So, alright, so first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. We said upon the apostles and elders agree, Muslim rule well, our teachers are apostles in the truth. And we see salutations to all the Akamos, they're pushing the truth and say, Dean and the out, constantly in season and season, we say Shalom. Once again, going into our video here, and it's basically touching upon this picture that you see on the screen. So, this was a picture that was put up by somebody, right? And I'm going to read it out here. It said, Drea is legit so fine, I completely forgot. She was arrested for child endangerment because she left her 7-year-old with microwavable food and went to Philadelphia for days, and the baby called 911 looking for her. So basically what she did was abandon her child. I think this was on news and so forth and so on, right? She basically abandoned her child, right? And left the child for days, a 7-year-old child for days upon days with microwavable food, you understand? And this went away, most likely to be what? A thought, right? So, but one thing I want to touch upon this, as the person started writing this, they say, Drea is legit so fine, right? So they basically touching upon the outer appearance of this person. I completely forgot she was arrested for child endangerment. So they want to remove that by just saying because she's so beautiful, she's so fine, she's so nice, and so forth. They could forgive, they could forget and forgive the things she do. Now this is a problem with majority of the people outside here, and this beauty is one of the things that has make majority of these men choose demons as the woman, as the wife. They watch the beauty, they watch the outer appearance, and not knowing the inner is a hardcore demon. Now let me go to a script here. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 9, go to verse 8. It says, turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman, for herewith love is kindled as a fire. So it says, turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty, for many have been deceived. Many have been deceived. And you think about it, this here is a serious thing. It's because here, why? She would do this, and there would be a flock of men, a flock of people that's just running, still going behind her, so chasing her down, just because of her beauty. That way it say, for many have been deceived. They think that outer appearance because of the looking good. They think the inner good. Not knowing the inner is a straight hardcore demon. You understand? Straight hardcore demon, and they would do these things and so forth and so on. But the outer, and that goes some many other things in life, many other things that people deal with. It's the same way like with prophets. Many of these people think prophets is that are dressed good, that are look good, that are being the best garments, all those other things to be righteous. So they make the outer appearance look good, but the inner man, the inner person, is a hardcore wicked person. So that's why it say, the scripture say what? Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, right? Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. Many have been deceived, and that's facts. Throughout history, you'll see that. Even your bedrooms, your friends, and so forth, who are wrong, who you might be working with somebody anyway. You will see the quarreling about a woman they with, and they might end up in a conversation, and it will be like, hey, she don't look like she does give her trouble. That the words that's come out of them mouth. Now that person don't look like they does give her trouble. That person look good. Because why? They're watching the outer appearance. They're watching the beauty. They say, look not upon another's beauty, for many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. For herewith love is kindled as a fire. So just as this picture say, Drea is legit so fine, I completely forgot. So you see indeed the deception there. She was arrested for child endangerment because she left her 7-year-old with microwavable food and went to Philadelphia for days, and the baby called 911 looking for her. So see, many are deceived by the beauty of a woman, right? I'm gonna jump to a scripture. I'm gonna jump to the same book of Surah chapter 25. Surah chapter 25, verse 21. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. So it says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman. So the scripture is warning you about the beauty of a woman. You understand? I'm telling you, stumble not upon that, because again, you see how easy it is to be deceived. It's so easy to fall into that trap that you think just because she look good, she good, when it's not so, right? It is not so. You not knowing it's a hardcore demon. You're going to deal with a hardcore wicked spirit. Surah, same book of Surah, chapter 42 verse 12. It says, behold, behold, not everybody's beauty, and sit not in the midst of women. So the scriptures, again, the scriptures warning us about this thing that they call beauty, that outer appearance, and the scriptures warn us about that. Don't watch the outer appearance, especially when it comes to these women. These women, they're looking good. They're wearing the plenty makeup. They're wearing the plenty, the makeup, the foundations, all that sort of stuff that they do. They make their outer appearance look good because they know that is what grabs the attention of people. The once something looking good, people deem it to think that they're looking good. Some of these women, when they look good, but when they go and buy them, the place dirty. They didn't even wash them clothes. They can't cook, all this stuff. So imagine the person they're going to deal with. It's a verse 13, Surah chapter 42 verse 13. It say here, for from garments cometh a moth, and from woman wickedness. So it's showing you here what she leaves his 70-year-old child to go wherever it is she went, most likely to be a tut, right? Because she herself, I think, during the history of her television career, whatever it is basically being a tut, right? So it say, from the garments cometh a moth, and from woman wickedness. And that is where you get wicked, because that is wickedness, leaving your child to go where? To do what? With microwavable food? For how much upon days? So the fact where the child know how to call 911? That is madness. So you say, from a woman wickedness. And as the scripture say, it's what? Many have fallen. Many are going to with some fall because of that. So you don't fall for that. Don't fall for that trap. You understand? Don't fall for that trap. Because that is where it is. The outer appearance is what has catch plenty people. As I say, that goes for even for like when it comes to the truth. People would watch the outer, you're wearing a suit and tie, you're driving the best of the best, Audi, in a Benz. They think that is righteousness. That knowing is a wicked spirit they're dealing with, right? So let me just jump to this. This is First Ezra chapter 4. I will start from verse it say verse 13. It say, then the third, who had spoken of woman and of the truth, began to speak. Sorry, read over that. Then the third, who had spoken of the truth, spoken of woman and of the truth, this was Zorobabel, right? Zorobabel began to speak. O ye men, it is not the great king nor the multitude of men, neither is it wine that excelleth. Who is it then that ruleth them, or had the lordship over them? Are they not women? So telling you one time, it's not the king, it's not that it's woman. And you see it even today, as the prophecy is what, that a woman shall compass a man. And you see that today, these women rule over these men. To the fact where this person here is what? Drea is legit so fine and completely forget she was arrested. It's telling you one time that these women rule over these men. Right? It's a woman have borne the king and all the people that bear rule by sea and land. Even of them came they and they nourished them up that planted the vineyards from whence the wine cometh. These also make garments for men. These bring glory unto men, and without woman cannot men be. Yea, and if men have gathered together gold and silver, or any other goodly thing, do they not love a woman which is commonly in favor and beauty? and letting all those things go, and they not gape, and even with open mouth fix their eyes fast on her. So the watching, and have not all men more desire unto her than unto silver or gold, or any godly thing whatsoever. A man leaveth his own father that brought him up, and his own country, and cleaveth unto his wife. Right? He sticketh not to spend his life with his wife. And remember it, neither father nor mother nor country. But this also ye must know, that woman have dominion over you. Do ye not labor and toil, and give and bring all to the woman? Yea, a man taketh his sword, and goeth his way to rob and steal, to sail upon the to steal upon the sea, and upon rivers, and looketh upon a lion, and goeth in the darkness. And when he had stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love. Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and became servants for their sakes. You say many also have perished, have erred and sinned for women. So you can see what the trouble that women cause, especially when they have that beauty, as I mentioned before, that beauty, that favor and beauty. So you see, we're going to say the one of the wits, that they have erred, they have sinned. You understand? So as the scriptures warned us and said what? Surah chapter 9 verse what? 8. Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty, for many have been deceived. So giving it a warning, one time. Don't end up in that number that be deceived from them. You understand? A monstrous woman, especially with that makeup, that witchcraft they put on the face to make themselves look extra nice. Hey, it's demons you go and deal with. Hardcore demons. You fall for that trap, right? Right, so yeah, so hey, what Jesus woman? Let's go back in Surah 25. I'll go to verse 19. It says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. So you see, that the wickedness of a woman is great, and it's just by this year you've seen it, right? It says verse 20, as the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. A woman, if she maintaineth her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. A wicked woman abated the courage, maketh an heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Hey, so again, beware of these women outside here. Take heed and don't be deceived. Understand? Especially when they're looking good. Right? So with that, we give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yoshai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. We say, amongst our apostles and elders of agreements and well, our teachers, our apostles in the truth. And we say salutations to all the Akmans who push on truth and say, Dean and the out. No continuing season, we say, Shalom.